Hey, welcome to Man Kitchen Recipes. I am Kevin, and today I picked up some lamb breasts. Now, lamb breast, it comes in a 2-pack. I'll cut this open and show you, but super easy to make. I'm not going to get all fancy with you. I'm just going to cook these like pork ribs. All right, so let's go inside right now. We'll season these up. This one actually came with, this one's almost the same as this. It has this piece down here. There's quite a bit of fat down there, so I might even just cut that off and square this up into about right here. But yeah, it's got fat. This is lamb. It's going to be fatty. It's okay. You can trim some off. We'll trim it up. It does have a silver skin on, a membrane on here that will peel off, just like you do when you have St. Louis ribs, baby back ribs, pork ribs. You know, you just get a paper towel because it's easier to get a grip of it, and then just peel it off. You can score it if you don't want to. If you want to leave it on there, just score it. It will be chewy by the, once you after it's cooked. So you just want to get this removed. Let me get this removed on both of them, and then we'll get going. Okay, I got to tell you, it's been a while since I've made any of these, and I forgot until I started peeling the membrane off. It starts to peel okay, but it gets towards the edges. That membrane can get really thick, and you actually do need to use a knife and kind of trim it away to get it off. But it'll come off. It's very thick. That's why you want to get rid of it. You want to expose this meat so when you put your rubs on here, that'll absorb into the meat. So I'm going to get this trimmed up a little more. The ribs are coming like here. So this whole piece right here, I mean, a lot of it's fat. It's very thin meat in the middle. I don't want to get rid of all of it, but I am going to square it up a little bit. Because all of that, of course, is edible, and it has these little tiny bones right here. More cartilage kind of bone instead of this, regular size bone, hard bones. So I'm going to go ahead and square this one up right about here. That last little cartridge bone looks like it goes right there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece off. I won't throw this away. I actually will cook this too, just separately, because I hate to let this go to waste, It does have meat on it. It does have fat on it. You can trim some of the fat, but even just like other proteins, fat is flavor. You just don't want to have too much of it, okay? And same thing with this side. This side, it's got a little bit thick on this end. We'll trim some of that off. It'll render away as we're cooking, obviously, but just to get it started, I'm going to take some of it off. And I'm not going to bore you with the rest of this. I'm going to get this prepared, and we'll be back to season it. Okay, I've got these trimmed up. Now, if you've ever trimmed a brisket before, if you trim some of this fat off, it will remind you of when you trim up a brisket, some of the fat. This is quite a bit of fat that I cut off. It's kind of funny because the edge of this thing kind of reminds me of bacon. So, I'm going to get these seasoned up. One of them, I'm going to use the Texas sugar that I mentioned already. I have tasted it. It tastes really good. So I think it's going to be good on one of these. The other one I'm going to use, I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with Meat Church, and I'm going to use the Holy Voodoo and spice one up a little bit. So, all right, I'm going to get these seasoned up. We'll get them on the pellet grill. Okay, my Brisk pellet grill is up to temp. I've got my Texas sugar and my Holy Voodoo from Meat Church. Let's get these in the pellet grill. Holy Voodoo on the left. Texas Sweet on the right. Texas Sweet. Texas Sugar, my bad. And Holy Voodoo. Let me just get the Holy Voodoo one right back there. All right, we're gonna let these roll. I'll probably check them in an hour or so, but we're going to probably go to 2 to 2.5 hours at 225. All right, we'll see you in a while. Okay, we're 1 hour in. Let's give them a check. Oh, yeah. Yep, they're looking good. All right. Just flip them over here. I'll flip them over for a little bit. Oh, yeah, they're warm. Don't you worry. I'm going to flip them on the meat side down for about 30 minutes, and we'll be back. We're going a little over almost 2.5 hours. what I'm going to do now is take these off. This one here was the Texas sugar, and I'm going to get this wrapped in foil. All right, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put down some parquet butter. And I'm going to put some more of the Texas sugar down in there. And then I'm actually going to add a little bit of honey too. Okay. I'm going to set that like that. I'm going to repeat the process on this side. Okay. I am going to double wrap this. I did get a hole over here. So, try not to get a hole on the next wrap. So I'll be a little more gentle. And we'll get this one back in. We'll leave the other one and we'll let them go for about 45 minutes to an hour. Alright. Been on the foil for an hour. I'm going to take these off and we'll give them a look. Okay, here we go. We got some bone pulled back right there. Now, with a lamb breast, it's not really like ribs. I mean, it has ribs here, right? But it also has a breastplate here. So trying to cut through to get ribs is nearly impossible. So what you really need to do is kind of follow along these ribs. Kind of like I guess the best way to describe it is kind of like a chicken breast. You know, your bones in your chicken breast. You can't really have chicken ribs, right? So you got to cut the bones off of the breast. Yeah, it's a little warm still. Okay. It should be just about like this. There we go. Got it cut through. Got to get it cut down over there. Okay, so, you know, I mean, here's the here's the bones. Like I said, it kind of goes in here and goes this way, does all this crazy stuff. And this piece on this side is very, very good. So you want to do both sides. Get all that delicious meat off of there. Okay. Just like that. That's how I do the breast, the lamb breast anyway, because, you know, like I said, you can try cutting through here, but it does not cut through. You got a whole breastplate in here, just like a chicken breast, okay? Hear that? It's like right underneath there. All right, so I'm gonna set that to the side. That there is a delicious piece of meat. And then we can just cut it in strips so they look like ribs. Like I said, sometimes you'll get the pack and it actually has ribs in it. So here's the lamb breast. Look at that. That is just amazing. It does have a smoke ring. This one is the Voodoo. Let me cut the other one up and we'll go do a taste test. Okay, so there you go. Lamb breast on the brisket pellet grill. Let me just tell you, I brought out 2 of the Texas Sweet, so I know the difference. This one's the Holy Voodoo. Let me take a taste of that Holy Voodoo first. Once again, lamb breasts, they are a little fatty, but that fat, trim up as much as you want off of it, but that fat adds so much flavor. Here's that one flap of the Texas Sweet. I keep calling it Texas Sweet. It's Texas Sugar from Meat Church. There it is. Oh, let's get a bite of that, right? That Texas Sugar is really good, especially on this lamb. All right. Now, if you've seen lamb breast in your store and you just wasn't sure about getting it, it tastes great. It tastes amazing. You cook it like you do pork ribs, but you don't cut them like pork ribs. You got to cut it off the bone like a chicken breast, and then slice it up. It's so good. Man. Oh, man. All right. Thanks for checking this out. Don't forget, hit the like and subscribe. Ring the bell so you don't miss any of these cooks, any of my reviews. I got all kinds of stuff. I got over 450 videos. There's got to be something you like. So, Brisk It Pellet Grill. Thing did its job. That thing works amazing. I'll have a link below for that. All right, you guys, have a great day.